All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. Super excited to introduce both of you to our partners, and hopefully, this is the first introduction into many in a long, great relationship. Um, Today isn't about me, it's about you. We're super excited to be able to share a unique offering that we can bring to our partners with the help of vCIO University. And so, why don't we kick it off there? How about you both just share a little bit about yourselves, a little bit about what vCIO University is all about, and we can talk about what we're offering for some select partners.
Yeah, sounds great. And thanks for having us, and thanks for supporting your community and partnering with us to help try and do that. By way of a very quick background, Jim and I have been either delivering or supporting vCIO services and development, and frankly, just enhanced account management strategies for about 30 years collectively. About a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, we came together based on the recognition that progressive MSPs were either finding by accident or by request that the right clients were asking for more. They were asking for more value. They were asking for more strategy. They were asking for them to look beyond just the MSP's tech stack and the things that the MSP was able to support and sell and deliver, and help them with kind of true technology strategy, whether that's budgeting, guidance, influence, and those types of things. And through the work that I had been doing in a consultancy and through the work that Jim had been doing as a vCIO and frankly as a CIO on the other side of the table, we had a lot of common vision for what this could look like for an MSP. So we launched a program, and we launched it in January 2024. We think it's pretty unique. What we're doing is, and we'll talk a little bit more about it later, is it starts with a workshop. We've got a pretty comprehensive curriculum that Jim will go through. But what makes it different and unique is not only a set of tools and strategies for people to create and develop a scalable playbook, which is what most people come to us kind of really looking for, that and role clarity. But we also include a post-workshop accelerator. We blow your hair back. We give you more information than you could typically handle. And we recognize that when someone comes home, they've got to implement. So we also provide 60 days of post-workshop implementation support, really accelerates the transformation and the utilization of these tools. And then there's actually even an opportunity for an ongoing alumni community where you can partner with other MSPs that are looking at the world similarly and seeking to advance their account management practice. So we've done that so far for a couple hundred MSPs have gone through the program. We've been fortunate to have partnered with one VIP event with Sherweb last year in August, which had rave reviews and a lot of positivity for the people that participated. And frankly, I think that's what got us back here this year was the good work and good experience that your clients had. And we're delighted to be back and looking forward to the upcoming events that we have.
That's absolutely right, Chris. We had rave reviews last year. We did a proof of concept with you both and with several partners where everybody flew in and attended this event and collaborated with each other. And we really had a ton of great feedback. And for us on the Sherweb side, why we decided to partner with vCIO University in the way that we have is really there was a need within our partners to help figure out how do I navigate this whole vCIO thing. I hear the buzzword. I know I need to do it. I want to be able to support my customers. I also want to be able to recommend the right things to my customers, but I don't want to come off as too salesy. But it also can't be too technical. And what's the process to do it? And maybe they've tried it before and it failed, or they're looking just for a new way of being able to do it. And I guess the opportunist, we wanted to jump on that train and help bring some value to our partner base as well. So why it matters for Sherweb, this relationship is I believe you're able to bring and deliver training that our partners need that quite frankly we're not able to deliver. And so what better way to do that than to sponsor a great program like this?
Yeah, thank you. Well, you guys are doing great, kind of thought leadership from your side. And frankly, it's those types of partners that really benefit from attending something like this. What we most often see, and the people that are coming to us are people that are progressive, they're growth oriented, and they're frankly truly client focused. There's a lot of MSPs out there that think that the client works for them. They've got to conform to their stack and their set of rules, and it's kind of what we need out of the client, not so much what the client needs out of us. And we're also not saying, and we recognize, and we go through a lot of kind of client segmentation. This isn't all of the MSP's clients. There's a subset of them that probably just doing care and feeding is fine. But increasingly, again, what MSPs are kind of seeing is whether it's pre-sales and why they're winning new accounts, or the relationships that they're having with the right current accounts, or unfortunately why they might be losing accounts, are all triangulating around the same thing. It's clients are looking for more strategy, more guidance, better communication, and more value. We think we've got a curriculum that really helps address this. So Jim, why don't you just quickly kind of walk through the 2 days and kind of how they're structured and what an attendee could expect to get.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Well, as Chris mentioned, I mean, we purposely built the content and the materials purposely to literally blow your hair back, because you need to understand sort of the foundational principles of what we believe in our approach to what a vCIO account management program really should look like. But we start with day one is really that strategic day. And it starts with really setting, kind of an overall, tone of what's the industry look like right now? Where do we see clients headed? What is this change of expectations? Touch on those things, and then we really get into defining what's it look like to be a world-class vCIO these days, and how do you do that? And we built a kind of a new approach to client segmentation that we get in and talk about. We spent a lot of time talking about, how do you become a trusted advisor and how do you get to that stage? This is not something that you can do overnight. We talk a lot about having more of a business conversation and what does that mean? And we talk about, defining, what actually are business goals and desired outcomes, and, how do you create value? We also get into things like we definitely have some opinions and templates as far as what like a modern QBR should look like. We cover that in quite a bit of detail, and then we also touch on some strategic planning tools and sort of processes and approaches, and that kind of really winds out day one. Day two then is really more what we consider tactical and developmental. In the morning, I usually spend quite a bit of time going over planning and more in detail and road mapping and budgeting, as well as we talk about the financial statements and sort of try to add to the vCIO or the student's business acumen, which is extremely important these days. We also just get into other things, conversations about, for example, like, what are the things that we view are really important right now for a vCIO to know and to be able to talk about with their clients about AI, for example. And I mean, there's 3 or 4 key things that we believe are crucial right now, and really the vCIO should be helping lead those conversations. We also do some just other sort of general development topics, for example, change leadership. For those that aren't familiar with overall change management concepts, change leadership really is the vCIO helping lead the client through change management and all of the change that we bring to them. I mean, no matter what, technology has changed, and we're supposed to be their leader. And then we wind it up with some other soft skills and talk tracks, and really helping prep them for sort of these new conversations. So that and we kind of wrap up day two. Like I said, it's a very full 2 days, but we have a lot of fun, and some group exercises and individual exercises mixed in there. And like I said, they come away with a lot, and they come away with lots of takeaways that we then work with them on helping prioritize in the workshops, or starting the coaching sessions after the workshop.
Okay, so how do people get to this thing, Nicholas?
That's the next point. So if we have anybody who's interested in attending, and I'm sure there's going to be a nice long list, the best way for us to go ahead and get you registered will be to reach out to your account manager. So send a quick email, tag them in this post, whatever method you want to use. Get the information out to your account manager that you'd like to register. For qualified partners, we are absolutely going to be sponsoring this training. So the training cost is $3,000 USD. So folks in Canada will have to make the conversion, and then we're going to be paying $1,500, so $1,500 of that $3,000 cost for the attendee. So reach out. We'd love to get you on the list. It is limited in terms of spots, and we have opened up 3 events to the public gentlemen, I'll have to refer to your dates on this, but we have one in Montreal. We're doing one in Washington, D.C., and another in Denver.
Yeah, so the Montreal and DC dates are the 3rd and 4th week of September. They're 2-day events. They're 22nd through 24th and 24th and 25th, something like that. You can refer to the calendar. The November date, still working to secure the facility, but it's going to be kind of early November. So we'll have dates with communications. But also we would like to throw in, if when you reach out to your account partner, we're happy to have a further conversation with anybody that would like to dive a little deeper or talk into some specifics, or maybe get an understanding of, maybe you're thinking about, who to send or what the takeaways might really look like. Jim and I are here not just to support the workshop, but to support Sherweb and your partner community. And we're happy to hop on another call and answer any specific questions that you have. We want to see that you get the value that you're seeking if you're able to attend, and we'd love to have you and host you.
We're super excited about this. This is vetted. We've attended. We've also had our partners attend and give us feedback. We believe in this partnership. So this isn't about Sherweb. This is about growing your business. So as much as these events are sponsored by us, it is not to throw a bunch of sales collateral at you for why us. This is truly a sponsorship of a program that these two gentlemen have built, that we're super excited to be able to bring to our partner base.